we'll talk about your homework,
Okay.
and then we're going to read an article about eating insects.
Okay, okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So, could you give me a little bit of a review of what we learned last time?
Um, last time we were learn about alien,
Mm-hmm.
and um we was read about the little bit story
Mm-hmm.
about visiting alien to Earth. Is that right? Huh?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Um, and we learned some new different types of words. One of
Mm.
them is synonym. Can you tell me what a synonym is?
The synonym is uh same.
Hmm. The same what? Same what?
Um, the same things, kind
Yeah,
of the
words,
same
right?
same words.
Yeah, they mean this, they have a similar meaning.
Yes, yes.
Right, good. So, what is the word for when two words have an opposite meaning?
It's antonyms.
Antonyms. Great, great.
Yeah.
So do you remember what an antonym of alien is?
Uh, and familiar.
Familiar, right. Very good. And we also learned about vowels and consonants.
Hmm?
Could you tell me what vowels are?
The vowels are A, E, I, O, U.
Great. And how about consonants?
And consonant is like B, D, or C, like this.
Right, all the other letters of the alphabet, right?
Yes, yes.
Great. So when we're talking about words,
Hmm?
they come in parts.
Part.
Do you remember how what we call it? What the different parts are of a word? How
The
many parts?
syllables.
Syllables, right.
Yes.
So, for example, the word watermelon
Hmm?
has how many syllables?
The four.
Yeah, right. Watermelon.
Watermelon. Yes.
Right. I like that you used the trick I showed you
Yes.
with putting your hand under your chin. Good. What about the word octopus?
Octopus. Three.
Three, right. Three syllables. Good.
Yes.
Great. That was a wonderful review. So, can you remind me what did you do for homework? And let's go over that.
Um, the you gave me a homework about what aliens didn't do in the with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I I said first the alien don't give the supernatural power to people.
That's
I think the alien have some powers to give some superstition to other. So yeah, and some aliens give some superstition to people.
Are
So
you saying the aliens give some supernatural powers?
yes, supernatural power.
There you go. Okay, good. So they shouldn't do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the article, or not the article, the story we read was
Mhm.
discussing aliens visiting planet Earth, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it said some of the things they should not do.
Mhm.
Can you remember an example from the story?
Um. Excuse me. I think.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
Um. Ah. Don't growling.
No growling,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. Yeah, because if somebody comes to the earth and they start growling,
Mm.
people will think they're strange,
Yeah,
correct?
yes.
Yeah. So your homework, like you mentioned, was to come up with 3 examples
Mm.
of things aliens should not do
Yes.
when they visit Earth. And so your first one is they shouldn't give any supernatural powers to
Mm.
humans.
Yeah.
Right. And what is your second example?
Learning the language where you visit.
So that's something you should do, right?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So why do you think that's important?
Because alien has some language own their language like English or Korean.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that word is only know their planet's people.
Mm-hmm.
So they when they visit the Earth, they can't communicate with other. So yeah, they should learning language.
Great. That's a really good example.
Yeah.
Um, could you think of maybe what would happen? What's a scenario or something that might happen if they didn't learn the language?
Um, they just they just use their language. So anybody don't understand
Mm-hmm.
their what they say. So um, they must they I think they must go back to their planet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
It could be very confusing, right?
Yes.
So, for example, what if they saw a store that sold shoes and
Um.
they misunderstood and thought shoes were for eating,
Ah. Yes.
right?
Yes. Right.
That's a situation where they would not understand what to do, and if they knew the language, it would help, right?
Yes. Yes.
Good, good. And so, what is your third example?
Um. Uh. Don't pay money from your planet to Earth people.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about why you chose that one?
Um. Because um. That is a little bit same um same things with their learning language. Um. If they pay their money,
Mhm.
um, they we can know that how much is it.
Right.
So our money is getting expensive. So the money's hmm I don't know
Yeah.
what I said. uh,
So maybe I can help you out a little bit. If I came to Korea with dollar bills, American dollar bills, I'm sure I could use them in Korea,
mm,
but they're not worth the same,
oh
right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. So now, what if I came to Korea and tried to pay for things with rocks?
Yeah, 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 right. Like that.
Right? What would happen if I tried to buy dinner with some rocks?
Um, they they don't get the rocks instead the money, so you can't eat dinner.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
they have to use the type of money that we use here
Mm.
in order to pay for things.
Yes.
Good. Those are really good examples. Thank you
Yeah,
for
thanks.
coming up with those. Yeah. And did you find that assignment to be fun to be able to think about creative ideas?
Yes, that maybe when I imagine it, it was very funny.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So we started last time reading an article. Can
Mm.
you tell me a little bit about the article we started to read?
Uh, the read the article.
Uh-huh, about bugs.
I read the first paragraph.
Can you tell me a little bit about what we read the last time of that article?
Okay. Um, some people eat the bugs when,
Mm-hmm.
to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So and some and who Arnold Van Huis
Uh-huh.
says he is a bug scientist, and he says it has many proteins and some um, and that is a tasty, and
Uh-huh.
it works with the body for the body. So um, we can, and that is a delicious food for people.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So we didn't quite finish it, so I would like to read that
Mm.
with you. Can you pull it up on your screen?
Yes. I hold of it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, so can you remind me what is your opinion, your thoughts on eating bugs?
um, I was very. I hate bugs, so I think that is very um hate. So
Uh-huh.
I thought I don't understand what they eat the bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I understand that too.
Yeah.
Even I think because of the way we look at bugs,
Mm.
even to put them into a dinner makes it look disgusting. Ugh.
Yes, right.
Good. So I'm gonna just share my screen with you really quick so we can take a look at the article before
Okay.
we get to reading it. And then you still have it on your screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So just to take a look, can you tell me what you think about this picture?
Um, the picture first, that looks like a pasta, but
Uh-huh.
that is a bug, like um, little bit snake, like, right? Yeah.
Worms.
Oh yeah, worms.
Worms, yeah.
Yeah. So first I think that looks very delicious, but I picture I can see the picture bigger than
Uh-huh.
that. I I know that it's a worm, so uh I was disgusting.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
disgusted.
and
Yeah.
I disgusted. Ah,
Yeah, so from the first example, it looks kind of delicious, right?
yes, yes,
Like something you would eat.
yes.
But then when you look closer, you can
Mm.
tell it's worms.
Yes, I think that is a pasta kind
Mm,
of um short short pasta, but
yeah,
that was a worm, so I was surprised.
yeah, good. Okay, so just to review, I'm gonna read our first paragraph. If you'll just take a listen, and then I'm gonna ask you a couple of words because we already read this paragraph, and see if you remember what they are. And
Mm.
then I'm gonna have you take over and read. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Does a crunchy grasshopper taco sound yummy? If
No.
you were living in another part of the world, say Mexico or Thailand or Kenya, the idea of biting into insects might not seem weird to you at all. For thousands of years, entomophagy or insect eating has been common practice among many of the world's people. According to bug eaters around the globe, insects are tasty. When they are roasted, I find termites really delicious. Arnold van Huys of Wageningen University in the Netherlands told TFK, which is Time for Kids, the article we're reading. So, if you remember, do you recall what is entomophagy?
That is a uh, entomophagy is a kind of bugs. Of,
Mm-hmm.
that is about bugs, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to
Uh,
highlight this right here. Entomophagy is insect eating.
ah,
That's the scientific.
ah, yes, yes.
Yeah. And the way that we can know a little bit about that is ento.
Hmm?
Whenever we're talking about bugs, usually the word ento is
Hmm?
there. And then the letters PHAGY,
Hmm?
that usually refers to eating. Those are both
Ah,
Latin roots. So together, it's literally insect eating. Good.
okay.
Good. And then one quick question I thought maybe you might know. Do you know what the word globe means?
The globe is the kind of Earth.
Yeah. So Earth is a synonym of globe, right?
Yes, yes.
Good. Okay, so I'm gonna have you pick up on the next on the next paragraph for me, okay?
Okay. Um, Van Huys is an entomologist
Great.
or bug scientist. He is also an expert on bug eating. He has traveled the world to learn how different groups of people gather insects and prepare them as food. It was in Kenya that Van Huys tried the termites. In Thailand, he had nicely uh, seasoned, right?
Right, seasoned. Yeah.
Seasoned locust.
Locust. Yeah. Do you know what nicely seasoned means?
Uh, I can't remember.
Well, that's okay. Nicely seasoned. Uh, when you're eating dinner, do you ever put spices on your dinner, Lucy?
Yes.
Yeah, that is the same thing as seasoning. It's called, if it's nicely seasoned, there's lots of different spices and
So
flavors.
kind of sauce.
Kind of
Yeah.
what?
Sauce?
Sauce. Well, similar to sauce, but more like something like pepper or salt.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay. Good.
okay.
So in Thailand, he had locusts. Ooh. Okay. Would you pick up at the next paragraph for me?
Okay. Um, Bug fans say insects are not only tasty, they are also nutritious. Many
Nutritious.
nutritious.
There you go.
Okay. Many are packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals. Ben West is working with other scientists to encourage insect eating in areas where it is already common, as well as in Europe and North America, where people are more likely to squash a bug than swallow it.
Good. What does that mean? More likely to squash a bug than to swallow it.
It's put like this. Um,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, make
Uh, oops.
small. Make
Yeah.
small.
Yeah. So, um, instead of eating, we
Yeah.
would kill it, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, what is he trying to do to encourage people? What does he say is the good reason for eating bugs?
Can you please say it again, please?
Yeah, absolutely. What does Van Hui say is a good reason to eat bugs instead of squash them?
Ah, it because the bugs has many minerals and proteins um for for human.
Yeah, for our bodies, right? That are
Yeah,
good
for
for
a
our
body.
bodies. Yeah. And then I'm going to zoom in on the screen here really quick because I want to see over here. Do you see this picture?
Yes.
What do you think about that meal?
Huh. Just funny.
Yeah, right? It looks like a taco or something, but it has a
Yes.
bunch of bugs in it.
Uh,
Yeah.
and and I thought the sauce, the
Mhm.
green. I thought the first. I think that it was wasabi.
Oh, that would be a lot of wasabi, right?
Yes.
I think it's actually avocado.
Ah.
Do you know that vegetable?
Yes, but I don't know that colors. Uh, the sauce. Uh,
Uh-huh.
the avocado's
Avocado.
color is green.
Yeah, it is. It's a bright green just like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Good. Okay. So I'll take over for a paragraph, and if you'll listen, and if you have trouble with any words, let me know at the end of the paragraph. Okay.
Okay.
Meat of the future. According to the United Nations, the planet's population is now almost 7 billion. It is expected to reach 9 billion before 2050. But that by that time, demand for meat is expected to double. Raising livestock requires large areas of farmland, and feeding the animals can be expensive. We have to find alternatives to meat, Van Huys says. One very good option is using insects.
Mm.
So, what do you think about that? What is it
Um.
saying is going to happen?
Maybe in the future.
Mhm.
Um. It future we have many people. So and they eat meat. Uh, of course they eat vegetables, but
Mhm.
they eat a lot of meat than the vegetables. So
More meat than
yeah,
vegetables?
more meat than
Hmm.
vegetables. So but the meat um it's not too much for people to eat.
It's not
So
enough.
it's not enough.
It's not
So
enough.
um maybe in the very later we can't eat meats like cow or chickens.
Hmm.
So we must, yeah, I think it we must eat the insects instead the meat.
Hmm.
But maybe I live when the
Maybe you'll be
2050.
alive. Uh,
Yeah, I live.
yeah.
I will become vegetarian. I don't want to eat insects then uh you know
Yeah,
then I
absolutely. So your alternative is to become a vegetarian.
yes, yes.
Good. Alternative is one of our vocabulary words from last time.
Hmm?
Can you give me a synonym of alternative?
Um or um all
Or maybe you can give me a definition of alternative?
uh alternative is mean another choice.
Another choice. Yeah, so a synonym would be a choice. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Good. Good. So before we move on,
Hmm?
I want to talk a little bit about what I'd like you to do for homework for next time.
Okay.
Okay. So next time we're gonna uh, finish reading the article,
Hmm?
and then we'll move ahead in our book also. But I'd like for you to write a couple of sentences, just like I had you do recently, with describing what the future would look like if we had to eat bugs.
Ah, okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So what would meals look like maybe? So for example, I might say in 2050, dinner will consist of worm pasta
Yes.
and locust hamburgers.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah. So I would like three sentences, and I'll post that for you. Three sentences about what in the future having insects for meals will look like.
Okay, okay.
Okay?
Um, and I will draw up some picture with
Yeah.
the sentence.
That would be great. I'm
Yes.
excited to see that.
Thank you.
Good. Well, our time is up, Lucy, but that was a really great lesson. Thank you so much.
Me too.
And I will see you next week on Tuesday.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.